What's up, everybody? It is Coach Paul here from Rise Above Fitness here in Shorewood, and I'm here to teach you a little bit about if you are a sympathetic individual. And if you don't know what I mean by sympathetic, I don't mean like, oh, boo-hoo, I feel sorry for you. It's more like sympathetic nervous system type of stuff, and I'll get more into details about that in just a second. We're basically going to teach you 5 things that you can do to combat this and get yourself into a more of a homeostasis type of position for your body, so that you can maximize results for your body, whether it's gaining muscle or burning body fat. So whenever we talk about a sympathetic type of person, we usually refer to them as they cannot let go of the gas pedal. They're always jamming on that gas pedal. They are a go, go, go type of person. They will never give themselves a break. If they're not moving, they're doing something wrong. And the problem with this is that if you're always a go, go, go type of person, these are the same people who spend anywhere between 2 to 5 hours in the gym expecting to get better results, when in reality, it's probably preventing them from getting the results that they want. Now, that being said, most of the people that I encounter are actually overly sympathetic, and the reason being is because there's more than just the gym that can affect your sympathetic nervous system, such as your job or your family life. If you have stress at your job or your family life, it actually produces the same hormone when you go to do any sort of lifting in the gym. So when you think about that, if you're working 8 to 10 hours and exposed to this high stress environment, and then you go to the gym, you might be doing more harm than good and not even realize it, which could cause you to overtrain or anything like that. Now, I'm going to teach you 5 ways that you can combat this as that type of person. So if you are a go, go, go type of person and you don't know how to take a break, the first thing that I would recommend that you do is to meditate. Now, the reason I basically recommend doing this one first is because it's totally free. You throw on some music that you really enjoy and just listen to yourself breathing. A lot of people that I've recommended this to, they basically said, no, that's not for me. I'm not good at that. I don't want to do that. I don't have that sort of concentration. And it's like, okay, the reason you don't have that sort of concentration is because you are a go, go, go type of person. So obviously when you first start this, you're not going to be good at it. But meditation is actually a skill, and any sort of skill that you're performing is something that you can practice. So if you allow yourself a little bit of patience, meditation might actually be the best option for you. Anytime you meditate, I would recommend basically doing it anything after a high intense activity like exercising, or if you go for a run, anything in a stressful environment and you need to allow yourself to take a break. Don't be afraid. 5 minutes is really all you need of meditation to help bring yourself back to a regulated state. The second thing I'm going to recommend is what they call float therapy. So for me personally, I go into a float therapy place. It's a little bit bigger. It's not like a coffin. It's like a room that you lay in. And basically what it is about 3 feet of water that is extremely dense in Epsom salt. This is for the person who's been constantly stressed for the last, 20 years, and they need like a mega big jump start to getting themselves back into more of a parasympathetic state. I've had a few clients where I had them jump into float therapy and they didn't change their diet or exercise, but all of a sudden they added this parasympathetic state to their body, and boom, they lose weight pretty quickly. So I'm not saying float therapy will be the reason you lose weight, but it could be a reason that you're not losing weight as well. I don't usually recommend this to everyone, mostly because there's a cost with it, but you can always do float therapy in your own home, whether it's a warm bath with just some Epsom salts in there. That is a good replacement if you didn't want to spend tons of money on a float therapy place. The third thing that you're going to be doing is stretching or foam rolling. Now, whenever you're doing any sort of stretching or foam rolling, basically my recommendation is focus on your breathing. Big inhales, big exhales. Your body gets to a more relaxed state through exhaling than it does inhaling. So I usually tell people to try and do at least a 1-to-2 ratio, a 1-second inhale to a 2-second exhale, or a 2 to 4. The longer your exhales are, the more your body will relax. The fourth one on here, same thing as like the float therapy. I don't always recommend this to everybody, but if you have some extra disposable income, it's totally worth it. Get a Swedish massage. Now, I want to warn everybody about massages too. If you do a deep tissue massage, it can actually have an adverse side effect on your sympathetic state. So for example, if you are a sympathetic person and you go get a deep tissue massage because you think it's going to be relaxing, it ends up being more painful than relaxing. So it might not be the best idea for you as a sympathetic person to go get a deep tissue massage. You would actually benefit more from a light relaxing massage than a deep tissue. The last one on this board that we have for you, which is going to be awesome, maybe not in Illinois where we're located, but if you live in a place that has really good weather all the time, this is something that can absolutely decrease your sympathetic states. Basically, we say, put your phone away, just enjoy nature. I usually recommend people to take their shoes off and actually put their feet in their grass. Your body has these responses of relaxation when you go into these states. So when you go out to nature and you absorb the sun and you have your feet in the grass or you're at a beach, your body tends to naturally relax as well. So enjoying nature is another option for you if it's totally free. Illinois, like I said, it's kind of a crapshoot because the weather here is so crazy. Some days it's good, some days it's bad. So it's always nice to have a couple of others with you in your arsenal to combat that sympathetic state. That being said, you don't want to overly do these either. If you do these too much, you could actually have the adverse side effect and become parasympathetic. The goal with anybody is to basically create this sense of balance, what they refer to as homeostasis. When your body is in homeostasis, it's going to help maximize the results and get you the body you're looking for in the quickest way possible.